Monday night also means that you've got Job Centre coming your way, and Abby again now joins us from our business studio. Abby, it is a very interesting discussion tonight, all about protecting your creativity, isn't it?
Definitely, Wilson. We'll be talking to a young entrepreneur who has established a business, and he'll be telling us what it takes to register these innovations, and also he'll be telling us how he started. Well, good evening and welcome once again to Job Centre. Today we'll be talking about the innovations and also getting the perspectives when it comes to registering a business. Welcome, Kelvin Macharia.
Thank you very much.
So, Kelvin, just to start us off, tell us about your business, what you do, and also we'll move on forward for you to tell us what should young people look out for when they want to register their innovations.
My business name is Sunrise Tracking. This is a company that deals with security solutions. These are solutions which are innovative oriented, either from product side, where we design PCBs and come up with programs, as well as also coming up with software applications to be able to use the same systems.
You've been one of the young entrepreneurs who has really been out there. You are named under the top 40 under 40, and you began your business with just 30,000 shillings. How was it?
Basically, for you to be able to start a business in Kenya, it's not something that's easy, mostly for the young entrepreneurs. This is simply because for you to be able to come up with a business, you first must need a business plan on the dimensions and the parameters of how you're going to run your business, whether is it a white-collar business form of, or whether it's just basically a casual form of business.
We've seen a number of young entrepreneurs start up their own businesses, especially in the tech front. And unfortunately, some of them end up being ripped off, maybe by the big companies. They come, they steal your idea. Tell us, how did you manage to register your innovations, and what steps did you have to take?
Basically, for any form of innovation, it's very important for someone to be able to register and to be able to get the sole proprietorship rights, being as the person is recognized to have formulated the idea, and also owning either whether it's the design part of it, whether it's the actual product design, whether it's the mechanism of coming up with the product. So it's very important when you come up with an innovation, you need to look for the different ventures for you to be able to bring out your innovation, register it, and then now from that point, it be now easy for you to be able to make it start operating.
I know a lot of young people who are watching would really want to know, what are the steps? I have my innovation now and I have to register it. Where do I go to? What steps should I follow?
Basically, the first thing that you come in with innovation, it's very important for you to first understand, is it a feasible idea? Is it something that is practical or something that can be put into paper, Not just merely an idea that you just have in your mind. So you need to come up with a tangible idea or tangible service or product that can be able to apply the different criteria for it to be registered under IP. So with the IP provisions, there are different avenues for you to be able to get your IP rights, whether is it Kipi, whether it's Copyright Board of Kenya. So it depends with kind of venture that you're in, whether in music, whether in arts, or whether in designing of hardwares or tangible products, which can be able to be like basically something that can be able to be touched and it can be felt. So with the registering of IP, first and foremost, it's very important for young guys or any person who has an idea to approach the legal department. This is simply because there's need for young people to be able to know what are the exact steps, what are the procedures that they should be in place, and probably if there's anything that may be hinder the process of registering. So it's important for them to have the power of attorney. So with for example, once you have approached the power of attorney from any law firm, there's those specific lawyers who deal with IP registering and protection. So with the same, they'll advise you accordingly. First and foremost, you need to approach Kipi. You need to do an application, of which they'll need first to assess your idea. Then after assessing the idea, they'll also do a counter check, just to prove that you're not giving an idea that's already existing or someone's idea. So they'll need counter check from their data and records just to find out if the actual idea is something that's novel, something that's new, or something that's self-oriented to this specific person who is doing the application.
And how much does it cost to have your innovation registered?
Basically, it depends with the different power of attorney's charges. Of course, they differ from one application to the next, simply because there are different stages of applying for an IP. It's not necessarily like just a single step, as in you just do the application and that's it. Because, for example, the first step that, of course, you do first the application, then you might find that your idea is not fully developed, so you need time to develop it. And as a matter of fact, you need first to protect it, since it's going to be in the public domain. So you need to have what called the provisional specification of the IP rights. That will just specify as in what your idea is, what is the step that you've already patented for, and also it will also cater for the time frame of either 6 months or 1 year for you to be able to do a progressive application on the same.
And also looking at the whole registration process, why is it important? Because someone watching would be like, is it a must for me to do all this? What is the benefit in terms of, can I protect my work and be able to get maximum value out of it?
Basically, as a matter of fact, we have seen different avenues whereby young guys, most of the techno products, the ideas are being taken by different people, individuals, as well as companies. So it's very important for the young guys or for the innovators to be able to protect and secure their ideas. This is simply because they need to prevent it from unscrupulous person to be able to go with the idea. Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is, when you come up with an idea, it's an avenue for you to be able to form a form of revenue out of that. So it's very important for you to be able to have the IP rights, for you to be able to enjoy such kind of output after the idea is already patented.
I'm meant to understand that once you have your work protected, be it a trademark, be it a patent, you are able to, in the event you want to sell maybe your company, you can actually make a huge return in terms of if you get someone who wants to fork in some good money for your business.
Basically, when you come up with an idea and it's something that's noble and you've already patented it, it comes at a time whereby there's need for either selling the shares, the rights shares, or fully selling the whole idea, selling the whole IP rights, or transferring their IP rights from you personally to the next party. And of course, it's something that has helped different individuals to be able to rise from where they are, because it entails a lot of good returns when you do sell their rights. After that, the idea is already something that's functioning well and it's fully developed.
I know you interact quite a lot with many young entrepreneurs in the ICT space. What is the situation like? Are we seeing young people going to register their innovations? What is the situation like?
Basically, the situation is worsened. This is simply because there are a lot of bureaucracy. When you come to register an idea, there's a lot of bureaucracy in Kenya. So that means that the young guys, they find it time-consuming as well as also resource-consuming. Therefore, it takes a lot of time for them to register. So at the end of the day, you find that there's a good number of young guys who haven't registered for the IP rights and all that stuff. This is also a factor that you can also compare with the number of registered IP rights in Kenya, which is very low, very low.
Interesting, interesting insights. Well, thank you very much for making time to be with us, Kelvin, and we wish you all the best in your innovation. And that brings us to the end of our Job Centre edition, especially now that we are closing for the festive season. That's something you can ponder over in terms of how do you get your innovation registered, and also why is it necessary? Well, my name is Abi Agina. Coming up next is the day's business news.